My home is overrun. I have 2 unwelcome leeches residing with me. How unfortunate, isn't it, Arian?
2 leeches? Are you referring to Ruby and me?
Who else could it be? Thanks to my son, you both live here rent-free and enjoy free meals. You're practically freeloaders. How fortunate for you. I'm out having coffee with friends, and our conversation about in-laws made me realize how easy you've got it.
I have a different viewpoint. I work, but my mother-in-law still labels me a leech. By the way, it's not fair to call me that.
Oh, you're quite spirited, aren't you? You were the one who intruded into my house while pregnant with that unsightly child of yours. Ever since, all you do is stay home, playing with the baby without doing any real work. How would you describe that lifestyle? You're just taking advantage of me. Do you think you're a queen bee and I'm just a worker?
Play is not an accurate term. I care for my child while working from home and managing household chores.
Work. I don't know what kind of fantasy you're trying to create, but you're merely playing around with my son's money. It's audacious of you to claim otherwise.
If you could help with Ruby, I could work more efficiently.
I hope you're joking. That's not amusing at all. You have such a bad sense of humor.
I'm serious. It would be helpful if you assisted with Ruby sometimes.
Look after that unattractive child of yours. Honestly, it's the ugliest baby I've ever seen. I even doubt if John is the father. Maybe you got pregnant by some guy from the wrong side of town. Just the thought of it makes me sick.
Why do you have to be so mean? What have I ever done to you? And trust me, if John wasn't the father, I wouldn't be here. Without me, you two would be in a difficult situation.
A difficult situation just because you're not here. You certainly have a high opinion of yourself. I never wanted you or that child here in the first place.
Stop denying it and accept the reality. Ruby is your grandchild. But instead of focusing on us, you should talk to John. He's the one who needs to change.
Excuse me? I can call my son whatever I want. Stay out of it. You didn't give birth to a boy, so you wouldn't understand. A boy is the best thing you can have. They are precious and will always be your child.
Only to you. In everyone else's eyes, he is an independent adult. At the very least, he should learn to take care of himself. Right now, he can hardly dress himself.
So what? His workplace doesn't have a dress code. He can wear whatever he wants. If his workplace is fine with it, who are you to comment?
Is that your belief?
Is that your attitude? John and I took you in, and this is how you treat us? Karma will come back to you, mark my words. You'll get what you deserve. Don't come crying to me when something bad happens.
Is this Arian?
Yes? Who are you?
This is Kiva.
I'm sorry, but I don't recall knowing anyone named Kiva.
I apologize sincerely.
What's the reason for your apology?
I've been dating John. I'm truly sorry.
Are you joking? You've been dating my husband?
I wish I were joking, but it's true. I had no idea he was married with a child. I would never have gotten involved if I had known.
So, what do you want from me? Are you asking me to leave him?
While I am concerned about that, it's not the only reason I called. I genuinely wanted to apologize.
It doesn't seem fair, though.
What do you mean?
Your apology seems driven by guilt. Do you think that makes everything all right?
I truly am sorry. I never wanted to be a part of cheating. My father cheated on my mother multiple times when I was a child, and it hurt our family deeply. When I found out about John's marriage, I couldn't stay silent. Also, I want to warn you, he's been seeing other women too. I'm not the only one.
What? He's seeing other women besides you?
Yes, I was shocked too. I'm not his only girlfriend. It's hard to say, but I felt I had to tell you.
Can I trust what you're saying? How do I know you're not making this up to push me away so you can be with him?
I'm not trying to manipulate you. I have evidence. He's been deceiving both of us. I know it's not my place to interfere, but I couldn't let it continue.
Thank you for letting me know, I guess. I've been occupied taking care of my child, so I had no suspicion about his infidelity.
I am deeply sorry. I always knew the pain my father caused me and my mother, and I never wanted to be part of that cycle. But somehow, I ended up in a situation just like it. I feel as guilty as he was. I can't express enough how truly sorry I am.
Your name is Keva?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you for being honest. I do believe your apology is genuine for what it's worth.
Thank you. Please pass my apologies to your child, too. I never wanted to hurt her or any child considering what I went through.
If you have any evidence, like photographs, could you share them with me? I'll forgive you if you provide that proof.
Yes, I understand. I'll share all the evidence I have.
Thank you for cooperating. I forgive you, so please don't be too hard on yourself. You seem like a decent person, and I hope you find a much better man than my unfaithful husband. It's time to free yourself from that relationship, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you for your kind words. Once again, I'm really sorry for everything.
I've reached my limit with you, taking advantage of my hospitality and space. Pack your belongings quickly and get out of here.
Seriously? You're being serious?
I don't need you or your child in my life. All I care about is my son. We'll be just fine without you. I've already filed for divorce, so it's time for you to go. Don't forget to take your child with you. Your leeching days are over.
Leeching? Your son is the one who's leeching off of people.
I don't want to hear any more slander against my son. Just leave.
And what do you mean you filed for divorce? How did you manage that?
I found a divorce petition earlier today, already signed. I just took the liberty of delivering it to you.
Oh, you beat me to it. John and I signed those papers long ago, along with our marriage certificate. We only got married because I got pregnant. I wanted an escape plan if things didn't work out, so I had him sign divorce papers as part of our prenup. That was the only way I'd agree to marry him.
Why on earth would you want that? Why would you even consider divorcing my beautiful son?
It's simple. He's a good-for-nothing leech. If he wanted a divorce, he couldn't keep living the cushy life he has now. He tried to tie me down.
What are you even talking about? He supports you and your child.
You do know he still dreams of making it big with his music, right?
That's just a hobby. So, he plays music in his free time. What's the big deal? It doesn't make him a bad person, and it's no reason to call him a leech.
You're mistaken. He still hopes to live off his music.
What? Live off his music? What about his job? He leaves the house every day to work, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. When he leaves in the morning, he's not going to a regular job. He's actually going to band rehearsals. You've seen his rocker outfits, right? No regular job would let him dress like that. Did you honestly think he was going to some office dressed like that?
Why not? Companies these days aren't as strict as they used to be. People can wear whatever they want. But you're saying he isn't working? I can't believe that.
Maybe you'll believe me when I tell you how much he makes. He barely brings home about $200 a month, and that would be considered a good month.
What? Only $200 a month?
Yes, that's right. He does live gigs on Friday nights, and the rest of the week is spent rehearsing. Oh, and he recently started his own YouTube channel. After paying for studio rental fees and other expenses, he's left with only $200.
It might not be much, but he is still earning. You need to apologize for calling him a leech.
That's all you can focus on? Don't you have anything else to say about him and his lifestyle?
Do you even know what a leech is? A leech is someone who doesn't contribute anything to the household and relies on others to survive. But that doesn't describe my son. He's contributing something, so he isn't a leech. John is out there working hard, trying to make his dreams come true. I find that admirable. He's even bringing home some money while doing it.
Sure, he brings some money home, but it's certainly not being used to support the family.
So what's he doing with the money?
He's using it all to buy cigarettes instead. He believes it's crucial to look and act like a rock star, and smoking is part of that image. He claims real rockers must smoke, and vaping doesn't fit the rock lifestyle. Cigarette prices keep going up, and I'm sure you know about his smoking habits. He smokes a pack every day, and it doesn't matter if Ruby is present. He lights up anywhere.
I thought he smoked to cope with stress from his job. But seriously, lots of people smoke, don't they?
Nope, that's not it. He only does it to feel cool and edgy. It's a complete waste of money. Honestly, I couldn't care less about him now. He's no longer my problem. I've been putting up with his nonsense for the sake of our daughter, but thanks to you, I don't have to do that anymore either.
Hold on a minute.
Alice, I must admit, you said some nasty things, but in the end, you did me a favor. Thanks for saving me from all the trouble. Now, are you going to handle the bills? You know, electric, taxes, phone, groceries, and of course, the rent. Can you do it from now on?
Wait, have you been paying for all that?
Of course, I've been the one paying for everything. Your son can't even earn enough to cover his own expenses. But you know what? I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm a successful writer, and just by writing articles during my free time, I can make $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week? That's quite a lot.
You bet it is. Frankly, I'm done with this whole situation. I achieved financial independence a while ago, and my feelings for John died a long time back. I was about to file for divorce soon, but then I couldn't find the damn divorce papers. Can you imagine? I searched everywhere, but they were nowhere to be found. Where did you stumble upon them?
Oh, this might sound crazy, but they were under my mattress while I was changing the sheets. It was like a weird twist of fate.
Oh, really? You know what? I suspect John didn't want me to go through with the divorce, so he probably hid them there. And you know what's even more surprising? Not only did you find the papers, but you actually handed them over to the courthouse. Thanks a lot for that. Now I can finally get the freedom I deserve.
Wait a second. Do you seriously plan on throwing my son away like that?
You bet I do, without a second thought. It might take some time for the divorce to be finalized, but I don't see any reason to stick around here anymore. My job is done, and I'm moving on. Enjoy your life with your precious son. By the way, John has some gig this weekend, so he won't be back until tomorrow afternoon. Just thought I'd let you know while I pack up my things and leave tonight.
No, you can't do that. Listen to me for a moment, Ariane. I'm sorry for all the terrible things I said. I had no clue what was going on. Can't you find it in your heart to forgive me?
I'm not going to do that. I won't forgive you.
What? But I asked nicely. I'm your mother-in-law, for crying out loud. How can you be so cold?
It's too late for apologies. When it comes to the divorce proceedings, I'm going to hit John hard. He better be prepared for substantial alimony, something around $50,000. And you know what? We might just demand an upfront settlement. With his irresponsible lifestyle, I doubt he'd keep up with monthly payments.
$50,000? Are you out of your mind?
No, I'm not. You called me a leech while John was cheating on me with a bunch of women. I had to endure all that pain, and on top of that, I was the one paying for everything. It's about time he faces the consequences, and my lawyer agrees. I might even claim compensation for all the suffering he put me through.
Wait, you already spoke to a lawyer?
I couldn't find the divorce papers, so I had to contact a lawyer to get another copy. Thanks to you, I don't have to pay any extra fees. You saved me again.
Oh my, what have I done? John's going to be furious when he finds out that I handed in the papers. I can't deal with him when he's mad. It's impossible to reason with him then, you know?
Oh, I know. There's no stopping his anger once it's unleashed. He just needs to burn out on his own. I've been on the receiving end of his rage while you've been hiding in your room. The only way to calm him down, at least a bit, is with money.
Money. That's how you managed to stop him from going crazy?
Sadly, yes. It's the only thing that seems to work.
But how much does it cost?
You have no idea how much he spends on his gigs, transportation, clothes, and whatnot. It costs quite a bit, so I suggest you avoid making him angry.
Well, I don't have money or a regular income. I rely solely on my pension.
Something to think about, right? And hey, I haven't even brought up child support yet. Ruby deserves that too, and let's face it, she'll be much better off with the financial support than with him around.
How can you even say that? You're so heartless. Do you have any empathy at all?
Empathy? Funny you should bring that up. You've been taking advantage of me since I got together with John, showing no kindness whatsoever. It seems like karma has finally caught up with you. You reap what you sow, and this is just the beginning. After the divorce, my daughter and I moved to a new apartment. Here, we don't have to endure the irresponsible and unfaithful husband, nor do we have to listen to the disparaging remarks from my ex-mother-in-law. I see my daughter happy and enjoying our new life. She seems to really like our new life, just the two of us. As for my ex-mother-in-law and ex-husband, they now depend on the meager pension of my ex-mother-in-law. My ex-husband not only refuses to find a job, but also squanders a lot of money and brings numerous girls home. My ex-mother-in-law couldn't bear it any longer, and she sought me out, begging me to remarry my ex-husband. She promised to treat me well and take care of our daughter so that I could work comfortably. However, that's completely unreasonable. I am living well with my daughter, and there's no reason for me to go back to a useless and spineless husband. So I cut off all communication and treated it as if they had never been a part of our lives. My friends advised me to find a man to marry, but that's something for the future. I will let love come naturally. My focus now is on enjoying the present life and dedicating myself to my daughter and my job.